That night, I had no clue it was going to turn into something far beyond just an ordinary evening. Leo's dad had wanted him to go on the usual weekend business trip, just another routine errand in their carefully structured lives. But at the last minute, I asked him to stay. A simple request on the surface. Yet beneath it, something darker, heavier, pulsed between us. Maybe it had been building for months. A quiet storm neither of us dared to name. The morning had felt off from the start. The house was too still, the air thick with unspoken words. I moved through the kitchen like a ghost, barely making a sound as I poured coffee, my hands steadier than my thoughts. Leo sat at the table, his textbook open in front of him, but his eyes were distant, unfocused. He wasn't studying. He was just waiting. Then, without thinking, I turned to him. "Leo, can you hand me that coffee?" My voice was softer than usual, almost hesitant, like I was testing the waters between us. He reached for the mug, his fingers brushing mine as he passed it to me. And then I held on. Just a second too long. Just enough for his breath to hitch. Our eyes locked. The silence between us stretched, taut and electric. I could see the question in his gaze, the flicker of confusion. Or was it recognition? "Actually," I finally said, my voice barely above a whisper, "since it's just us here today, there are some things I'd like to talk about." I'm usually calm, measured. But today something inside me had shifted. My gut never lies. "You're not a kid anymore, Leo." I chose my words carefully, each one deliberate. "So, no secrets between us." "All right." His brow furrowed. "Margot, what's going on? Why are you talking like this?" I gave him a small smile. Not warm, not reassuring. More like I was peeling back a layer, revealing something neither of us was ready for. "I was thinking about the space between us," I murmured. "Every day you're getting older, and it feels like there's something else there now. Something shifting." I watched his throat move as he swallowed. His pulse jumped at his neck. He felt it too. "Margot, maybe you're just imagining things," he said, trying to laugh it off. But his smile was weak, forced. I leaned in, just slightly, my voice dropping lower. "But don't you feel it too, Leo? Something's changing between us." "Right." The words hung in the air like smoke. Soft, suffocating, impossible to ignore. He didn't answer. He couldn't. Because we both knew the truth. The lines between us were blurring, dissolving into something dangerous. Something forbidden. "This is impossible, Margot," he finally breathed, his voice rough. "You're my dad's wife." I moved closer, my hand settling on his shoulder. His muscles tensed under my touch. "Leo," I said, my voice steady, "we're not hurting anyone. No one else has to understand this." I could see the war in his eyes. Conflict, desire, guilt. The same war raging inside me. Part of me screamed that this was wrong. But the other part was already lost. The breaking point. That night, the rain came down in sheets, each drop hammering against the roof like a warning. The house felt smaller, the walls closing in. I'd lit the fireplace, the flames casting long, flickering shadows across the room. I pretended to read, but my eyes kept drifting to Leo. Every glance, every breath between us was charged. "Stay here till the storm eases up," I said, my voice deceptively calm. He sat in the chair across from me, the firelight painting his face in gold and shadow. The silence between us wasn't empty. It was heavy. "Leo," I murmured, staring into the flames, "do you know how much you love this house?" He hesitated, then gave a quiet laugh. "Of course, Margot. I grew up here. All my childhood's in these walls." I smiled, but it was bittersweet. "I remember you sliding down those stairs every morning. Your dad would be having breakfast, and you'd just talk and talk, then run up to your room. None of us wanted things to change. Right?" He nodded, but his eyes were distant. The more we spoke, the more the past and present tangled together. Memories, longing, regret. "Sometimes," I whispered, I think we should have some kind of boundary between us, Leo. My throat tightened. But then the thought of not seeing you again, that scares me. His breath caught. I get it, Margot, he admitted, his voice rough. Sometimes when I'm with you, I don't know what to say, what to feel. But somehow, I'm just glad to be here. The confession hung between us, fragile and damning. The rain slowed. The fire dimmed. And in that quiet, something inside me broke. When his hand settled on my leg, every rational thought shattered. A rush of heat. A dizzying pull. My heart pounded so loud I was sure he could hear it. Margot, he murmured, his voice rough with want and guilt. It's not like we're in control here. Is it? My fingers curled over his, trembling. Leo, you're my stepson, I choked out. But the words sounded hollow. This is wrong. But right now, I feel so damn lost. His grip tightened. I won't lie. I don't want to stop this. His voice cracked. Every time I try to fight it, I end up right here. Back with you. I should have pulled away. But the line between right and wrong had blurred beyond recognition. The world narrowed to just this room. Just us. Just the unbearable, intoxicating pull between two people who knew better, but couldn't stop. And in that moment I let myself fall.